कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
श्री गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
जय
जय
हरे कृष्णा हरिओम।
जय श्री कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा भैया।
हरे कृष्णा भैया, हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन।
Everyone had a nice weekend. And we are back to Srimad Bhagavatam. So last week हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे कि महाराज परीक्षित when he was heading back he heard that कि समीक ऋषि के पुत्र श्रृंगी ने श्राप दिया है, and the shrap is that on 7th day Takshak Nag is going to bite Maharaj Parikshit, so he only has 7 days in his material life. So hearing that, Parikshit Maharaj actually became happy. So generally everybody will be upset and they would do whatever, but Parikshit Maharaj actually became happy, and then he gave up his kingdom and headed to Ganga's tat, right? So Ganga Nadi par Maharaj Parikshit बैठे हैं, and that's where we were, right? So जब महाराज परीक्षित गंगा नदी पर आए, तो this is the last श्लोक we read, where at that time all the great minds and thinkers accompanied by their disciples and sages who could verily sanctify a place of pilgrimage just by their presence, like बड़े बड़े ऋषि जिनके presence से place of pilgrimage become sanctified, they are arriving there on the plea of making a pilgrim's journey. So just in the name of pilgrim's journey, they are coming there to see Maharaj Parikshit, and actually to hear, they already know that Sukdev Goswami ji is going to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. So all those big rishis are heading towards the same place, right, on the bank of Ganges, to actually be able to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, because they could foresee that Srimad Bhagavatam would be spoken by Sukdev Goswami. All of them wanted to take advantage of the great occasion. So that's the power of Bhagavad Puran, right? Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what we are reading together, which is very nice. The next one, Ravi.
अत्रिव शिष्टश्च वन शरद्वा नरिष्टनेमि भृगुर उड्गिराश्च पराशरो गाधिसुतोर राम उथय इंद्र प्रमेद मवाहो मेघातिथिदि देवल आष्ठीषिणो भारद्वाजो गौतम पीपलाद मैत्रेय औरव कवश कुंभयोनि द्वैपायनो भगवनाराश्च. From the different part of the universe, there arrived great sages like Archi, Chavanya, Shardwan, Arisht, Sinemi, Viru, Vashishta, Parashana, Vishwamitra, Angira, Parashurama, Uttayaya, Indra Pramada, Ida Mavudhu, Medhithi, Devala, Arist Sena, Bhardvaja, Gautama, Pipalada, Maitreya, Orva, Kavashya, Kumbhayoni, Devapayana, and the great personality Narada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So have you at anywhere read so many great rishis name at the same time? So many great rishis, right? And some of you might have heard, right? You heard Atri Muni, Vashisht Muni, everyone knows, right? Chyanah and Shardwan. Yeah, and you have Bhrigu Rishi, Angira, Parashar Muni, Gadhi Suto. Gadhi Suto is also Vishwamitra. Parshuram, Utathya, Indra Pramad, Admavaho, Medha Tithir, Deval, Asti Shreno, Bhardwaj we have heard, right? Bhardwaj Muni, Gautam Muni, Vipalad hai, Maitreya, is Guru of Vidur, Mahatma Vidur, और वह है कवश है कुंभयोनी द्वैपायनो, and then Bhagwan Naradaksha, like so Narad Muni, is Dev Rishi Narad. So all those big Rishi Munis are getting there for Maharaj Parikshit, and they all of them know that Srimad Bhagavatam is going to be recited there, and everyone wants to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. So actually, in this purport, all those Rishi Munis, there is a basic background have been given. We can quickly see some of them, right? Like Chyavan is the son of Bhrigu Muni, but I think about the Bhrigu Muni, Bhrigu Muni was born when Brahmaji was performing a great sacrifice on behalf of Varun. Varun is the Jal Devata. Maharishi Bhrigu was born from the sacrificial fire. He was a great sage. Yeah, and actually, the important thing mentioned here about sometimes he instructed Bhardwaj Muni about astronomical evolution. Okay, so and he could also travel, visit all planets of the universe. That's Bhrigu Muni, and the great astrological calculation he is the author of that. So Bhrigu Muni, so all the astrological calculation, if you see like in our Panchang and everywhere, right, is already calculated. We know what the position of the stars are going to be, come from Bhrigu Muni, right? He also explained how air, fire, water, and earth, like we know those 5 elements, right? But he explained how those 4 elements are generated from ether, Akash. So Akash se kaise Hava, Agni, Jal, and Prithvi generate hoti hai. He also explained the air and how the air in the stomach works, right? The digestive system, how the intestine is regulated. So, I mean, that's Bhrigu Muni, right? Then you have Vashishtha Muni. Vashishtha Muni, everyone knows, right? Lord Ram, he was the Rishi of Dashrath Maharaj. He's the one who gave the initial education to Lord Ram. We have Parashar Muni, and it says that Parashar Muni is the grandson of Vashishtha Muni and father of Vyasdev. Who is Vyasdev, Maharaj? Who is Vyasdev? So he
is the one who wrote all Vedas.
Right. So he's the one who has done Vedas and Purana. He is the one who has manifested the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. So now you know Vyasdev Muni, who was the father of Vyasdev Muni. Parasar Maharaj, right? We read that. Parasar Maharaj and Satyavati. Right? Remember? In the beginning. But Parashar Muni, sorry, yeah. Right? Is the grandson of Vashishtha Muni. So from Lord Ram's time, remember, like those days, those rishis had, living like thousands of years of age. Right? And some of those rishis are Sapt rishis. Some of those rishis are also, Brahma rishi, like born from Lord Brahma's mental thinking, right? So, so that's about Parashar Muni. Yeah. Then we have Gadhi Sut is also Vishwamitra. So we all know about Vishwamitra's story, right? Vishwamitra Muni was actually Kshatriya, and then there was some story about having a fight with Vashishtha Muni, but then Vashishtha Muni won and he decided to become a Brahman. So even though Vishwamitra was Kshatriya, he became a Brahman by his tapasya and austerity. Yeah. So that's Vishwamitra Muni, you know, and Angira Muni is one of the 6 mental sons of Brahma, right? So Brahma, Lord Brahma के mind से जो 6 पुत्र हैं, उसमें से one of the rishi is Angira Rishi. And Angira Rishi is who? He is father of Brihspati, right? One of the stars we see, the Brihspati. Yeah. He is father of Brihspati. And the great learned Prith, and of course we know that Brihspati is the priest of demigods, right? Devtaon ke jo hai guru, heavenly planets mein, is the Brihspati Maharaj, and Angira Muni is the father of Brihspati Maharaj. Yeah. So that's Angira Muni. And you know, do you know who are the other Manas son of Lord Brahma? Yeah. So even Vashishta Muni and even Atri Muni, right? So there are others, Bhrigu Muni and Shak. So they are direct sons of Lord Brahma from his mental thinking, right? And it's also mentioned that then some of them are part of Saptarishi, right? We always think about Saptarishi. So Saptarishi mein you have Atri Muni and Gautam Muni, right? We'll see that. And so all those rishis are gathering there. I mean, just think about that atmosphere, right? And we have Tyanta Medha Tithi, and you can read more about them, right? Deval Muni, and then you have Gautam Muni. You know, we have heard about Gautam Muni. He's again one of the 7 great sages of this universe. 7 great sages is the Saptarishi. Yeah, and actually we have heard a story about Ahilya, right? And Lord Ram ne kiya tha. So Ahilya was the wife of Gautam Muni, as we know. Okay, so and then Maitreya, I think we read about Maitreya Muni. He was a spiritual master of Vidur, right? Mahatma Vidur's guru was Maitreya. So many rishis are mentioned at once. I haven't seen before, like in one shlok you have so many Sapta rishis and you know, Lord Brahma's direct jo manas se paida hue hain, mental thoughts se, you know, they're all mentioned here. So they're all gathered at at the place where Maharaj Parikshit is sitting. Hare Krishna, Rasikshan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Anilji.
जी हाँ. अन्ये च देवर्षि ब्रह्मर्षि वर्या राजर्षि वर्या अरुणादयश्च नानार्षेय प्रवरान् समेता नभ्यर्च्य राजा शिरसा भवन्ते. There were also many other saintly demigods, kings, and special royal orders called Arunadayas, a special rank of Rajarshis from different dynasties of sages. When they all assembled together to meet the Emperor Parikshit, he received them properly and bowed his head to the ground. Hare Krishna.
Right. So besides your kings, special royals, Arunadayas. See, Arunadaya is a special rank of Rajashri, right? You know, like Maharaj Parikshit himself was a Rajashri, right? Kind of considered. You have Brahma Rishi, you have Sap Rishi, right? So it's good to understand that, but they're all gathering there. Sumit?
पविष्टिष्वत् तेषु भुः कृतॄणां स्वचिकीर्षन्तं यत् विज्ञापयामास विवेयुक्तचित्ता उपस्थितो गृहे विगृह्णतापनिः. So you want to read? After all rishis.
After all the rishis and others had seated themselves comfortably, the king, humbly standing before them with folded hands, told them of his decision to fast until death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So Maharaj Parikshit is welcoming all the Rishi Munis and telling his decision to fast until death, which is 7 days. think it's only in English. Who wants to read this in English? Tarun, you want to go?
Sure. Just the English?
I mean the shlok.
Yeah. Aho vyayam dhanyatma napranam mahatmanam garnyaha silaha rajnam kulam brahmana padas saukada darad vristatam bata garha karma. The fortunate king said, "Indeed, we are the most grateful of all the kings who are trained to get favors from the great souls. Generally, you, the sages, consider royalty as refuge to be rejected and left in a distant place." Hare Krishna.
Krishna, right? So it's a big statement here from Maharaj Parikshit. All those Rishi Munis, they don't consider kings to be like, that's okay. But they are all there for Maharaj Parikshit here. So Maharaj Parikshit saying is that we are the most grateful. Nisha?
तस्यैव मेऽघस्य परावरेषु व्यासक्तचित्तस्य गृहेष्वभीक्ष्णम् निर्वेदमूलो द्विजाशुपरूपो यत्र प्रसक्तो भयमाशु धत्ते. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both the transcendental and vain worlds, has graciously overtaken me in the form of Brahman's curse. Due to my being too much attached to family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I will detach myself from the world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Mukesh?
Tam mopyatam pratiyantu vipra Ganga cha devi dhrit chit mishe Dijo prasishtaha krik stakshko va dashat valam gayat Vishnu gatha. O Brahmanas, just accept me as complete surrendered souls and let Mother Ganges, the representative of the Lord, also accept me in that way. For I have already taken the lotus feet of the Lord into my heart. Let the snake bird or whatever magical thing the Brahmana created bite me at once. I only desire that you all continue singing the deeds of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So what Maharaj Parikshit is desiring is Dashtavalam Gayat Vishnu Gata Hai. He wants to hear about Lord Krishna and Lord Vishnu's devotion, so that at the end he only remembers that and goes back to Godhead. Right. So that's what he's saying. Actually, maybe Shivam, do you want to read?
As soon as one is given up completely onto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, he is not at all afraid of death. The atmosphere created by the presence of great devotees of the Lord on the bank of the Ganges and the Maharaja Parikshit's complete acceptance of the Lord's lotus feet and were sufficient guarantee to the king for going back to Godhead. He thus became absolutely free from all fear of death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So the most important thing mentioned here is once somebody surrenders to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, he is not afraid of death at all.
गजानन प्रभु,
Yes, Prabhu.
गजानन प्रभु, जरा यहीं पर रुकिए. थोड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट चीज मुझे डिस्कस करना था. 4-5 मिनट लगेगा, फिर उसके बाद कीर्तन सुनना है.
बोलिए प्रभु जी.
कोई इम्पोर्टेंट था. श्लोक नंबर 1.18.7 18 अध्याय का 7 नंबर श्लोक जो था, जिसमें ट्रांसलेशन था. आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है ना मेरा?
हाँ, बोलिए.
Maharaj Parikshit was realist, like the bees who only accept the essence of a flower, he knew perfectly well that in this age of Kali, auspicious things produce good effects immediately, whereas inauspicious act must be actually performed and to render effect. So he was never envious of the personality of Kali. तो ये श्लोक में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज था, प्रभुपाद जी ने डिस्क्राइब किया था। पता नहीं आप लोग को याद आएगा या ध्यान गया है कि नहीं, तो मैं सोचा एक बार इसको जरा बता दूं। इसमें जो वर्ड लिखा है ना कि इन दिस एज ऑफ कली क्या है, ऑस्पिशियस थिंग प्रोड्यूस गुड इफेक्ट इमीडिएटली। जो ऑस्पिशियस चीज है वो इफेक्ट करेगा तुरंत, उसका जो आउटकम है वो तुरंत आएगा। लेकिन इनऑस्पिशियस चीज को हमको करना पड़ेगा। अब ये पॉइंट पे जरा हमको सोचने की जरूरत है। तो प्रभुपाद जी ने तात्पर्य में क्लैरिफाई किया है कि अर्लियर एज में जब सतयुग था, द्वापर था, त्रेता था, तो वहां पर मेंटल जो ऑफेंस होते थे ना, मानसिक तौर से जो हम कुछ सोचते थे तो उसका भी इफेक्ट होता था। मानसिक तौर से अगर हमने गलत सोचा तो उसका भी इफेक्ट होता था। लेकिन कलयुग में कलयुग इज मोर important yuga than others because here in कलयुगा मेंटल ऑफेंस को माफ कर दिया गया है। वो स्पेशली भगवान ने हमको कृपा किया है कलयुग में, क्योंकि कलयुग इतना डिग्रेडेड युग है कि इसमें हम सब लोगों का माइंड, हृदय, ये सब गंदा रहेगा। हम तरह तरह के गंदे विचारों में, ख्यालों में खोए रहेंगे। मानसिक ऑफेंस हम बहुत ज्यादा करते हैं इस युग में। तो भगवान ने क्या किया है, मानसिक द्वारा किया हुआ ऑफेंस को इस युग में माफ कर दिया है, स्पेशल कृपा मिला है। लेकिन हमको क्या करना है कि वो मानसिक ऑफेंस से उतर करके वह क्रिया में नहीं बदलना चाहिए, माइंड से माइंड में ही खत्म कर देना चाहिए। क्लियर हो रहा है ना? समझ में आ रहा है?
जी बिल्कुल सही है।
तो मेंटल ऑफेंस को इस युग में माफ किया गया। अगर कोई सोचता है अरे मैं गलत सोच रहा हूँ, तो उसको क्या करना है, उसको मन से ही खत्म कर देना है, ज्यादा उसको दिल में नहीं लगाना है। और हमको क्रिया में ऑस्पिशियस थिंग को ही करना है, क्रिया में इन ऑस्पिशियस चीज को नहीं करना है। वो स्पेशली ग्रेस दिया गया है, इसलिए कलयुग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। और कलयुग को परास्त करने के लिए सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट जो अस्त्र है इस युग में, जो प्रभुपाद जी क्लियर कर रहे हैं, वह हरिनाम के शरण में जाना है। और इसीलिए परीक्षित महाराज ने कलयुग को 5 स्थान दिया। आप 1.17.24 में आप लोग देखिए, 24 से लगातार जो श्लोक है नीचे, उन्होंने 5 स्थान दिया कलयुग को, जो आप लोग को याद होगा। लेकिन और महाराज परीक्षित निश्चित थे, उससे एनवियस नहीं हुए। क्यों? उन्होंने क्या किया, ऑस्पिशियस थिंग को अपने राज्य में बढ़ावा दिया। और मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली भगवान के नाम का चैंटिंग को उन्होंने, हरिनाम को उन्होंने अपने राज्य में बढ़ावा दिया। इससे कलयुग के और जो 3 पैर, जो ये जो धर्म के जो 3 पैर खत्म हो गए थे, वो वापस रीएस्टेब्लिश हो गए। और इस तरह से इसमें इम्पोर्टेंट चीज क्या है, अगर हमको बचना है कलयुग से, तो हमको हरिनाम प्रभु के शरण में जाना पड़ेगा, भगवान के भक्ति के शरण में जाना पड़ेगा, जिससे हमको कलयुग कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं पाएगा। इससे हमको ये सीखने को मिल रहा है कि अगर हमको कलयुग बहुत पावरफुल युग है, लेकिन अगर उससे बचना है तो भगवान के हरिनाम के शरण में जाना पड़ेगा, ऑस्पिशियस थिंग को करना पड़ेगा। इन ऑस्पिशियस थिंग को मेंटल माइंड में ही खत्म कर देना पड़ेगा, एक्शन में नहीं आना चाहिए। कलयुग हमारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाएगा। उसके बाद 1.9 जो 19, ये जो ये श्लोक में 14-15 में हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे, उसमें इम्पोर्टेंट चीज क्या था कि जब कैलामिटी हमारे लाइफ में आ रहे हैं, तो किस तरह से हाउ वी शुड रिएक्ट विद द कैलामिटीज, परीक्षित महाराज अपने खुद व्यवहार से हमको सिखा रहे हैं। कि उन्होंने कहा कि यह भगवान के लिए क्या है, वरदान है। भगवान के लिए वरदान है कि मैं जो फैमिली, ऑल्दो ही वाज अ राजऋषि, but how he was thinking कि भगवान ने हमारे ऊपर कृपा किया है और कृपा के वजह से उन्होंने मुझे फैमिली लाइफ से डिटैच करने के लिए ऐसा मेरे ऊपर कृपा किया, मुझे श्राप दिलाया है और अब मैं भक्ति करके भगवान के शरण में चला जाऊंगा, मोक्ष को प्राप्त होऊंगा। तो ये इम्पोर्टेंट चीज मुझे डिस्कस करना था। अब हम लोग भजन लगा सकते हैं। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much.
Very good. Thank you for sharing, Prabhu.
All right, so we have 1 minute left, so bhajan sunte hain, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Where Maharaj Parikshit will be welcoming all the rishis.